Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, and welcome if you're new. I'm Josephine. So if you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome. And if you're new to this channel, you're also welcome. Sorry guys, I've been out for some time, but I'm back full time. So thank you so much for your patience. So let's get into the video. I just placed a piece of paper. On this piece of paper, I'll be taking my thigh measurement divided by 2, and I'll be adding 3 inches. So that's what I'm taking, and I'm going to mark it on a straight line. So right now I'm taking the length of the shorts. Make sure you take the length of your short where you want your shorts to stop. So right now I'm taking my crotch line and my hip line. My hip line is 7 inches while my crotch line is 10 inches. Don't mind my tape. The 1 inches at the top has gone, so I don't use it. So I'll only minus it from the down part. So my hip line is 7 inches while my crotch line is 10 inches. So I'm going to connect the two lines together. To connect the upper part. So after that, I'm going to be taking my hip measurement. In this video, we are not going to be using our actual hip measurement. If your hip measurement is 40, add 2 inches to it, then divide it by 4. So that is what we are going to be using, because I'll be using a 1 inch foam for the padded. So I added 2 inches to it. I'm going to be marking my hip measurement on my crotch line, my hip line, and on my waist line. Then I'll connect the 3 markings with a straight ruler. So on my waistline, I'm going to be going in by 1 inch. Then on my crotch line, I'm going to mark out 2.5 inch. Then I'll go up by 1 inch just to connect the crotch. So I'm marking a straight line from the waist, that's from the 1 inch I mark inward to the hip. Then I'll connect it like so. So what I'm doing now is I'm marking my lap measurement divided by 2. Then I'll connect. So we are done with the front part. This is the back part of the tights. So you're going to take the same measurements you took at the front. That's your crotch line, your hip line, then the full length of the shorts. So I'll be taking the same measurement I took for the front, that's my hip measurement. So I'm marking it from the middle line there. I'll mark that on my hip, crotch, and my waistline. Then I'll connect it with a straight ruler. So on my crotch, I'm going to be marking 5 inch for my crotch line. Then I'll go up by 1 inch just the way I did at the front, and I'll also mark my lap measurement at the lower part. You can see at the back pattern we did not go in by 1 inch, just the way we did at the front. So I'll just connect. So I'm going to take the front measurement just like so, from the lower part to the crotch. Then I'll take the same measurement at the back pattern so that we can get equal measurements. So I'll mark where the measurement stops, then I'll connect the crotch down to that part. Make sure you take the measurement to avoid your shorts folding at the lap. So at the back pattern, I'm going to go up by the waist by 1 inch. If you have a big butt, you can go up by 2 inch, but me, I'm going up by 1 inch, and I'm going to connect it to the middle line that connects both the front and the back pattern. So right now we are done with the pattern. I just labeled it the front and the back. So this is me marking my waistline. I just want the waist to have a thicker band, so I'm marking downward 4 inches. If you don't want yours to have a band, you can just leave it like so. So I'm going to connect. I marked 4 inch at the upper part, both for the front and the back. So I'm connecting it like so, and I'm going to cut it out. Right now I'll be showing you how to mark your hip pad. I'm marking 4 inch inward, that's from the middle line to the front, and also 4 inch inward at the back pattern. So from the full length I went up by 2 inches, so I'm going to connect it with my curve like so. Please, this short I'm making is just for the hip, not the butt, just to target your hip. So you connect it like so. Just watch what I'm doing. So after connecting it, you cut it out, but I'm not going to cut my out because I'm going to use the pattern to cut out my fabric. So after cutting it out, make sure you trim the edges, then you iron it with an ST. So this is my fabric and this is my pattern. I'm using crepe fabric. So I placed it on it and I cut 4 of it. You're going to cut 4 pieces of it. And also for the band, remember we measured 4 inch out, but cutting it on the fabric, I'm going to make it 8 inches because I'm folding it. When you leave it open is 8 inch, but when you fold it, it's going to be 4 inches. So at the middle part, that's after folding it, you're going to take your waist measurement. After taking your waist measurement, then you connect it. For the band, I cut 2 pieces of it, but for the short, I made it 4 pieces. So this is the band. So right now I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and sew 1/2 inch inward like this. And for the short, please don't forget to notch the middle part so that it will enable you know where to put the pad. So I've already cut out my pad. I trimmed the edges and I iron it with an ST. So this is it. After cutting your pad, you only trim one side of it. Then you iron it with an ST. If you want to sew the edges, you can sew. So right now I'm going to be placing the pad on 2 pieces of the short. I'm going to turn the back, place it at the notch part like so. Then I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew it round. Make sure you place it, you notch the middle part of the pad and place it on the notched part of the fabric. Then you sew it round. I'm going to be using 2 of the fabric. Remember we cut out 4, so I'm going to be using 2. So these 2, I'm using it as lining. So if you want to use another fabric for your lining, you can go ahead, but I'm using the same fabric for both the lining and the fabric, the main fabric. So I'll take it to the sewing machine and sew it. So I'll be calling this my lining. So this is it after sewing it. You can see how it is neatly sewn. I also went ahead to join the two band at the waist by 1/2 inch, like so. So after this, I'm going to take the padded, that's my lining. I'll take the two crotch, that's the two front crotch. I'll take it to the sewing machine and sew it by 1/2 inch. And I'll also take the main fabric, that's the front, and also sew it by 1/2 inch and bring it back for us to see. So this is it after sewing the front crotch of the lining and also the front crotch of the main fabric. So I'll place it on each other, right side facing right side. Then take it to my sewing machine and sew the lower part by 1/2 inch. After sewing the lower part by 1/2 inch, I will sew the back crotch. Just the way I sewed the front crotch of the lining, that is the way I'm going to sew the back crotch of the lining together, and also the back crotch of the fabric together by 1/2 inch. Then I'll bring it back for us to see. So this is it after sewing the lower parts and also sewing the crotch together. So our short is almost ready. So what is remaining now is joining the two crotch together. That's the front crotch line and also the back crotch line. So you can see we have two pieces. That's the main fabric and also the lining. So we're going to open it up. I'm going to show you how to open it up. I'm just showing you how to place the band. Before attaching the band to the short, we have to close the crotch line first. So I'm just showing you how to place it. You fold the band into two like this. Then you're going to sew it by 1/2 inch. So let's open up our shorts. So this is the back, that's the lining part, and this is the fabric. You can see the sewing I did at the lining did not show at the main fabric. So you open it up like this. So those are the two crotch. So we are going to join them together. Just open it up like this. If you do not understand, make sure the lower part, that's the lower part of the short, is at the middle. So I just turned it to the front. That's the back side facing the back inside. The middle line is the lower part of the short. Make sure it's at the middle like this. That will make you understand. So you pick one side of it like this, place it on the other side, then you sew it round. Pick one side, place it on the other side, then you sew it round by 1/2 inch. I'll do that and bring it for us to see. This is it after sewing. Our short is ready. We sew in the crotch with 1/2 inch. Then we attach our band also with 1/2 inch. You can see our hip pad is ready. It's very, very much ready. You can wear this under your dress, under your jean, whatever you want to wear it under. If you watch up to this part, thank you guys so much for supporting me. If you've not subscribed, please, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. I have so many good videos coming your way. To my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate and I love you. So see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.